Today we will talk about how the Barbie doll came to be and how Ruth Handler, the founder of the Mattel company, managed to come up with the Barbie doll. It all started decades ago. Ruth Handler noticed her daughter playing with paper dolls of teenagers and career women and realized there was a gap in the market. Most toy manufacturers only made baby dolls that were fat and pudgy, reasoning that little girls wanted to pretend to be mothers nursing baby dolls. Ruth, on the other hand, wanted to make toy dolls that would inspire her daughter Barbara, dolls of girls who were too old for baby dolls, dolls that would inspire girls to be ambitious. She thought of making an actual adult doll with mature body proportions. Ruth didn't want to make just another baby doll like all the other toy companies were doing. She wanted to make a lifelike doll with breasts. Ruth pitched the idea to her designers and her team at Mattel, but they kept shooting it down, saying it wasn't profitable at all. Eventually, after getting rejected so many times, Ruth gave up on her revolutionary doll idea.
Barbie started because of my daughter Barbie playing with adult paper dolls. I tried to convince Elliot that we could make a three-dimensional doll, and he said it'd be impossible for us to do.
It was only after a trip to Switzerland that Ruth Handler would try to turn her idea into something more concrete. While Ruth was walking around Switzerland with her daughter, she walked past a store with a window display and had the shock of her life. Behind the window was a doll which was exactly what she had been thinking of making. The name of the doll was the Build Lily. The Build Lily doll was based on a comic strip created by the cartoonist Reinhard Beautien. Lily in the comics was a confident, flirty, blonde secretary. In simple terms, Lily was a gold digger. She tried seducing rich men by posing in revealing clothes. The tabloid newspaper The Build saw how popular their comic strip character had become and decided to manufacture a line of Build Lily dolls, both to market the newspaper and to get some profits from their IP. Fans of the Build Lily comics would buy these adult toys to give to friends during birthdays or bachelor parties as a gag gift of sorts. Ruth Handler became obsessed with the Build Lily doll the minute she saw it. She spent so much time staring at the display outside of the shop for the longest time before going in. There were so many accessories that came with the doll. It was the embodiment of her idea from back in America. A doll with a long, slim, curvy waist, breasts, and a near lifelike design. Ruth tried buying a doll, but she was confused when the shopkeeper said she couldn't buy the clothing and accessories separately from the doll. You had to buy a doll every time you wanted a different outfit. This was her aha moment. She would do things differently by selling a doll at cost and making money through accessories and clothing for the doll that would be sold separately. Ruth Handler packed the Build Lily dolls in her luggage and returned to Los Angeles to show her team what she wanted them to make. Now they had a working prototype they could look at and prove that some other company had already done it successfully before. The team decided to give it a go. Barbie debuted at the American International Toy Fair in New York in 1959.
Didn't want to buy the thing, and so I was telling Ruth, see, I told you, you know. But as soon as it got on the counter, I was wrong, she was right.
The greatest decision Ruth made was when she decided to go all in on advertising. Ruth approached the Walt Disney Company to promote their Barbie doll. She took the risk of paying $500,000 to advertise her doll on the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse show for 1 full year, at a time when rival companies couldn't be bothered with advertising on the TV for more than a few months around the holidays because toy sales were higher during the holidays. It was a risky move that only the largest companies took. Coca-Cola, Betty Crocker, and other large companies had advertised on the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse show before.
This portion of your Mickey Mouse Club is brought to you by your friendly neighbor who bottles Coca-Cola.
Your Mickey Mouse Club is brought to you by all the Betty Crocker cake mixes and Betty Crocker brownie mix. Or perfect cakes and perfect brownies, too. Sugar Jets. New, different. The only triple treat of sugar, oats, and wheat. Sugar Jets. They make you feel jet-propelled. Welch's. The most famous name in grape products for over 86 years. Welch's. Armour Star Franks. The only Franks with an open fire flavor right in the meat itself. They're Armour Star Franks. Campbell's Soup Company. Makers of those delicious Campbell's pork and beans and Franco-American spaghetti products. Teas. the most famous breakfast in all the land. Wheaties, breakfast of champions. Mars, makers of Three Musketeers. My stars, how does Mars make such wonderful candy bars?
But Mattel was a fledgling toy company. Spending so much money on advertising was pure insanity. It showed just how convinced Ruth Handler was of her Barbie doll idea.
Barbie, you're beautiful. You make me feel my Barbie doll is really real. Barbie's small and so petite. Her clothes and figure look so neat. Her dancing outfit rings the bell. At parties she will cast a spell. Purses, hats, and gloves galore. And all the gadgets gals adore.
Barbie dressed for swim and fun is only $3. Her lovely fashions range from $1 to $5. Look for Barbie wherever dolls are sold.
Someday I'm gonna be exactly like you. Till then I know just what I'll do. Barbie, beautiful Barbie, I'll make believe that I am you.
You can tell it's Mattel. It's swell.
Then the orders started pouring in. Barbie became an instant success. Little girls loved the Barbie dolls they saw in the commercial. Ruth and her Mattel company couldn't keep up with all the orders for her Barbie doll. Ruth was right on the money. Her gamble paid off. Fast forward to the present, and over 1 billion Barbie dolls have been sold worldwide. Unfortunately, Ruth Handler didn't have the happy ending she had hoped for. For a time, Ruth did enjoy herself in the limelight. Many looked up to her and still do after her scandal. Ruth was forced to leave her company that she co-founded after she was caught using a bill and hold strategy to inflate her accounting books. The way the bill and hold worked was a buyer was paying for items a seller was offering, but they wouldn't deliver the goods to the customer until a later date. Mattel was accused of using the bill and hold agreements to give the impression that they had larger sales of Barbie dolls and Mattel toys than they actually did. No product was shipped to the consumer and no money was given. But on official Mattel company records, the agreement was added as a normal transaction. This was done to meet investor expectations so the stock price would perform well. Many simply did not believe that Ruth Handler could have made such a mistake, as she was such a detail-oriented person. The Handlers were charged with financial fraud and false reporting to the SEC. Ruth Handler pleaded no contest and was fined $57,000. She was sentenced to 2,500 hours of community service. Both Ruth and her husband were forced to resign from their roles from Mattel in 1975. Ruth Handler's legacy is still alive and kicking today. Millions of Barbie dolls are sold every year. The Barbie doll is an iconic fixture of the children's playroom. Even if you never owned a Barbie doll, you either knew someone who did, or you've seen it many times across the various commercials and toy collaborations it's been in. I hope you liked the video. Leave a like if you did and subscribe if you haven't already. It's much appreciated.